Hi and welcome to the Craft Channel. My name's Corinne Brad and I'm here today just to show you how to make a quick card by infilling your die cut designs with a different colour. So we've got here a great little corner die. What I'm going to do is I've got a piece of slightly undersized A6 card and some washi tape, which is always handy, but not if you can't find the end of it because the pattern is so, oh there you go, geometric you can't see what you're doing. Tear yourself off a couple of bits of washi tape. And this tape is great because it's quite low tack, so you can stick dies to cards quite happily without worrying that it's going to rip the surface of your card off as you take it away. So I've just judged the corner of that by eye. I'm going to pop it in my die cut machine. And these thin dies will work on most brands of die cut machine, as long as you put the correct shims in there. Okay. And then what we do is very carefully take this die away from the card to reveal an aperture, and if we pop these bits out of here, with intricate dies just ease it out, because what you'll find is there'll be things that come off at different angles. What you don't want to do is you don't want to risk tearing it. I tend to use the point of a craft knife to get these things out. And sometimes, if your card is very thick or very thin, you might find that either you can't get it out of the die at all without tearing it, or it just rips as soon as you breathe on it. This is your intricate, I'll lay this on here so you can see it properly. This is the beautiful intricate floral design corner that's been cut out. But I'm not going to use this at the minute, I'm going to put that to one side. I'm just going to poke out all the tiny little bits with a craft knife. You would actually be better doing this with a needle tool. I'll tell you for why. I've found that when I poke things out with my craft knife, you can't avoid butting the blade up against the steel of the die, and you will blunt your blade much quicker. But I have neglected to bring a needle tool with me today, which is why I'm doing it this way, because I have at least got spare scalpel blades with me. And it's essential that you poke all those bits out each time you're going to use the die again, because if you don't and you've got paper stuck in there, what you'll find is when you come to cut your next design out, the blade won't be able to get cut deep enough into the card, and it will cause a miscut on that area of the die. So we'll just pop that in the opposite corner, run it through. And just leave that there for a minute. Just take this off. Now I'm not going to bother removing this from the die this time because I don't need it again for a second. There you go. We've got two perfect corners there and a lot of odds and bits. A5 card blank, bit of glue stick, and if you just run this on the area of your card. You don't need to slather it with glue. I mean, as long as you're doing your edges and your corners so that this layer will stick onto your card blank, you'll be fine. And normal trick, if you're laying a panel onto a blank, you want to line up the edge to your folded edge first of all, because then if there's any discrepancy and you need to trim a little bit off, you can trim it off the open edges. You can't trim it off the folded edges without your card falling into two pieces, which is annoying to say the least. Now I've noticed my border is just a little bit too thick on this side, so I'm just going to run a blade down there just to get rid of that. So, quite an uninteresting card at the minute, but what I did previously was I've cut two of these floral designs out from cream card. And if I can find my glue, I'm just going to pop a bit of glue. Again, corners and edges is what you want to check, so that the die doesn't easily, the die cut doesn't easily lift up when the card is handled. Provided you've got enough glue on, then the centre of it should stay put. And what you can do is you can put this back exactly where it came from. And you have a really nice, it's almost like a Victorian doily type design because you've got the 3 colours there and you've got that nice darker background. It's like a shadow effect. This is just like a tacky PVA glue that I'm using. So it does give you a decent amount of grip before it dries. But it's not so wet. I mean, a lot of ordinary PVA is so wet, you just get it everywhere. I've got other PVAs that are so thick you can't get them out the tube. But this one is quite a nice consistency. It works really well and holds it in place. So, there's your card. What I've done is I have used a piece of patterned paper and I have simply put a slice of card, like a rectangle of card, on it like this, and then I cut it diagonally while it was on the card itself. If you cut quite lightly, you'll find that it won't go through to the layers underneath. And then with these bits that I cut earlier, I've used the embossing folder that came with this kit, a Birthday Wishes embossing folder, mounted it, and I've mounted these behind it so that, with the aid of a couple of 3D foam pads, you can simply, let's just square this up properly. You can mount that there. And you can use your corner dies as a judge to the height of the card. So there you go. Quite a cute, intricate, very intricate looking birthday card, but it takes minutes. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to find out where you can get hold of the die that we used and the embossing folder, please check the description below, and I will see you next time. If you've been inspired to create, please share your makes with us in the comments section below. And if you've enjoyed videos by the Crafts channel, hit the like button. Want to see more of us? Then click subscribe. See you next time.